kind of the key points we did last week. So that's why we put this up here so you can kind of review. It's all about being relaxed when you're riding in a group, okay? If you just relax, you're not tense. We went over all this stuff last week. So if you weren't here last week, let's kind of get you up to speed real quick. So protect your front wheel, we talked about that last week. So for me, protecting my front wheel is basically a bubble around here, okay? This is your bubble, this is your area. Anything basically behind my drops, I don't really care about what's over here too much. I mean, I'm in control of that person over here. I pretty much have control. So if I'm going into a corner, they're gonna have to be going off of what I'm doing. Not so much off their own thing, because they're gonna have to follow me. And you're between, we're gonna do 3-up pace line today, or 3-up cornering. Yeah, three abreast. So the person in the middle is pretty at the restriction of other two people around them. So the person on the inside is dictating the line going into the corner. Okay, but we're gonna go over all this stuff. And we're gonna break up into groups. Let's be smaller groups. Be more manageable. I do have some other mentors helping me out. We got Julie, Christy. Where's Aaron? Aaron's back here. Aaron's helping me out. So we got a good group of ladies. We're gonna Kyle's gonna be helping me out as well. And we got Carl. Where's Carl at? Carl's got the motorcycle kit on. The green bike. You can't miss the green bike. He'll be helping us out as well. But today is all about cornering. We're going to talk about pedaling through corners, inside pedal up, looking through the corner, looking where you want to go, and I'm going to demonstrate that all down here. So basically what we're going to do now, let's separate into groups, kind of see who we got. Let's do women, men, and juniors over here. Just kind of want to see what we got as far as numbers go. Before we talk about cornering, we got to talk about braking. You're going to have to brake when you come into a corner this steep. You're going to have to brake before the corner. There's a misconception. A lot of people are scared of their front brake. I use my front brake more than my back brake. So when I'm coming into the corner, I'm braking with both brakes. The front brake's got a lot more stopping power than your back brake. Sometimes I just use my front brake to lead my speed up. I use my front brake more, like I said, more than my back. And I use them at the same time. You got to feather both of them. I don't know why everybody's scared of their front brake, but
well, it's a bad rumor.
Yeah, it's just got a lot more stopping power, and I find I use it a lot more often than the back. And if you're just using your back brake, you're going to tend to skid. There's not a lot of stopping. You're going to skid. So you want to feather both. So this corner is pretty tough. So we're going to be outside, kind of cut the inside, outside, typical corner. We'll work on maybe getting out of the saddle later, but this is the corner that I like to do. We come in because you can't go super fast through here, so you want to get your feet back up so we jump and sprint out of it. But we won't worry about that right now. We'll just worry about getting around it. So you're going to come this corner, you're going to make the first left, come back around, and it's going to be a short course. We're going to do single file. Younger juniors, you guys are going to hold on. You're going to come with me down to the very end, okay? We're going to separate so we have a little less traffic out there. When you come into the corner, obviously, inside pedal is up.
And that's something you're going to have to think about. You're going to have to think about putting your weight on the outside foot. Kind of like you're not really standing up, but you want to use that outside foot to have as the down foot. That way you have more ground clearance. You don't have to worry about your pedal hitting.
And then you want to look through the corner. We're going to be in our drops for this cornering, okay? In the drops. And we're going to not brake inside the corner, which a lot of times you end up, you come into it too fast, you're in the corner, you need to cut the speed, you'll end up tapping the brakes. But ideally, you want to brake before the corner, sweep through the corner, accelerate. Okay, I'll just demo one real slow. Kind of the line that you're going to want to take.
Outside to inside to outside is what you're trying to do. Think of a city street. It's got tight 90-degree turns because you're going slow and can make that turn. You wouldn't make that turn at interstate highway speed. A highway is going to have much wider turns. So by going from outside to inside to back to the outside, you're maximizing the radius of that turn so you can go through faster. Some weight on it is you're using your arms and legs as your suspension. We don't have shock absorbers and springs, obviously, like a mountain bike or a car. So inevitably, if you're on a city street and going through a corner, there's likely to be some sort of a road cut that isn't smooth, or the transition from a sidewalk marking or something like that that's going to have a bump. And what you're doing with your arms bent a little bit and your leg taking the pressure off your saddle, that means that when you hit a little bit of a bump, your arms absorb that and it keeps the bike from chattering away, both the front and the rear wheels.
Okay, and you want to come through the corner. Follow me.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of people.
I wasn't expecting that many people. You guys follow me.
Down a little bit, slow down a little bit. Oh, a little too fast. Oh, perfect. Oh! I won't count that. There you go. Yeah! Yeah! All right, how about a high five?
I'll give you a clap. I can do it.
All right, thanks. Good job, you guys. So what do you guys think? Did you guys like your little skills and drills? You ready for some water? Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. You guys did a good job. It's a pretty cool bike you have there. Used to be your brother's. Oh, whoa.
Got the inside lines kind of controlling where the riders are going, okay? So check your profile like we talked about. And your drops in the corners. Depending on the speed. I mean, I like to horseshoe here super fast. I go through lanes that come up and around. Sometimes you go so fast you can't pedal through that corner. I've seen guys flip pedals there numerous times. Same with the last lap. Coming into the finish, I've seen a lot of crashes coming into the finish here in the last corner. Same thing, guys flipping their pedal, trying to pedal through it when they're going too fast and too far over. It all depends on your speed. If you're not going that fast and you're not cornering that hard, you can pedal through pretty much everything out here, okay? So I like to attack over here through this right-hander, sweep around there, accelerate out of that, another corner,
job.
Good job, good job. That's it, guys. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Don't worry. Finish on the same lap. That's it.
Big girls are coming through. I call them big girls. I had them come through. I listen to them screaming at me, "Full lap, full right." I just let them have that corner. I don't care what it takes. I don't just sort of proceed through. And I would like if it's not trying to just stay where you are, and they'll work on it. Just let them go around. If you try to move, they're not going to know what direction. Right. They're not going to know. To remember that everybody slows down eventually. So if you're hanging on by for your life and you've got snot dripping down your nose, your eyes are crossed, and you can't breathe, that the person in front of you is going to slow down eventually. You just have to hang on until they do. Because the minute you sit up, they're going to slow down.
But we want to encourage as many ladies as you can, get your friends, come on out and do this the next 2 weekends because there's 2 more skills to learn. There's going to be pack formation and awareness, and then there's going to be sprinting and putting it all together, which you kind of got some of that from us today anyway. You sort of, you know. And then eventually we're going to hold a BRP in Central Florida once we get our act together. And so if you've missed 1 or 2 of the first ones, then you can pick them up there as well. We're all in